Joining us today is Mick Shah. He is a seasoned entrepreneur with 25 years or so experience in the MSP space. And he now leads a company called MokshAI.net. And we'll don't worry about it. We'll have all the we'll put the web address in the description and on the screen and all the things as well. But he's building this AI innovation firm, and it's super cool stuff of what they're doing, and they're really working to like level up the AI game, especially for when MSPs need some help with AI stuff because nobody's really an expert yet. These guys are probably as close to experts as we got so far in the space. So what I'd like to do today is just have a cool conversation with Mick about all things AI. So Mick, let's kick it off with what is your take on the AI on AI in the MSP space these days?
Thank you, Adam, for having me. It's exciting, especially over the last year or so. All of us, world has changed. I would say with AI now in picture, and your question, what we are seeing in the MSP world. You know, I've been in this industry for last 20 plus years, and one thing I've seen is MSPs are at the forefront of adapting new technology or a new application. And with AI as well, we have 100 plus MSP customers, and talking to them, everyone is trying to incorporate AI within their operations, right? To improve at the end of the day client experience, and how do they make it easy for the customer to contact them or to resolve their issue, faster, easier and be more efficient. So a lot of the MSPs are actively incorporating uh, AI in their operations from sales to delivery, and it's amazing to see how some of them have really embraced the technology, and it's great to see. Yeah, so.
Cool. So one of the things that I struggle with, right, especially when I was thinking about my kind of early introduction to the mostly like the chat GPTs, the LLMs of the world, was the AI is this big kind of blank page, right? You're not quite sure how to use it or what we could even use it for. So talk to me a little bit about some use cases or scenarios that you're seeing MSPs use. From the like I made my business more efficient stuff, which is great, but like the I think where the real magic is going to happen is with their clients. Tell us a little bit about some use cases and scenarios that you've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we all know this is a new technology, and MSPs are, incorporating it for their businesses. What they are, the challenge that the as an MSP they're having is how do they help their clients, those small and medium businesses, to leverage, to adopt this technology in their businesses. And I feel like, that is one place where we can truly help them kind of not only take this technology for themselves, but at the end of the day, their clients. How do they enable their clients' business in a positive way where they are making better decisions, they are more efficient, they're automating a lot of the processes and so forth, which I feel that is where each MSP will need to evolve to, right? They have been managed service providers. They truly have to become managed intelligence provider, right? Those MIPs now. And I feel MSPs are placed so well to help the small, medium businesses across the nation to leverage this technology.
Yeah, I love that thought behind it, but I think MSPs are going to need some new tool sets, right? Some skills and some things that they're going to have to get better at. Because if I think about the traditional MSP that fixes computers and makes the network work and solves Office 365 issues and those kinds of things, the traditional MSP work to transition to becoming a managed intelligence provider, an MIP, is going to require some different skill sets. So what skill sets or where can we kind of guide MSPs to level up so that way they can they can make better use of these AI tools for their clients?
Excellent question. And, I've been through the MSP, uh, uh, you know, era where it was all reactive support, right? Break, fix, reactive. Then it became proactive, and now we are in a preventive place. So MSPs over the years have evolved as the technologies have changed, as the market has changed. A lot of the MSPs have virtual CIOs where they've become a trusted advisor to their clients, right? They have the seat on the table where when their clients are making decisions, they are thinking of how they can leverage technology to make their business better, and MSPs are helping them do that. And with AI now, they have to continue to evolve to bring that conversation on table as well. One of the things that as an MSP I would do is have my team change the mindset that anything we do, anything we offer, anything we consult, it has to be AI first, right? We have to have that mindset. We need to understand and learn the client's business. What kind of business do they have? What processes are they running? And, knowing, having that business analyst kind of a mindset will be important. You are in there every day helping them with their infrastructure and their applications, but now we've got to evolve ourselves and understand their business and how they can leverage that artificial intelligence application or a technology to be better and more efficient in their businesses.
Yeah, I love that. I love the concept around becoming more of a business analyst, because that's going to be the next step. And really, from in my opinion, I think the business analysis, and being able to analyze kind of how clients do their actual job is really important. In fact, that's one of the best sales strategies out there today, in my opinion, is to really learn how that business operates, so that way you can position yourself as that thought leader in that, and build that trust. So when we think about doing some additional trust kind of exercises or trust work within those within the MSP end clients, what are some ways to get involved in some of those C-level conversations, and become, kind of elevate from that, normal, just computer fix it company to an MIP, right? Because it's going to take some effort to get there.
Absolutely. I see a lot of the MSPs do QBRs, right? Quarterly business reviews with their clients, or they have a monthly checking meeting to talk about, the infrastructure, to talk about the new technologies and so forth. I think the first question as a MSP, as a virtual CIO, as a trusted advisor, that we should be asking the businesses and the clients and the C levels is, how are you at present using AI in your business? And most likely the answer is going to be, oh, we use ChatGPT, we use Gemini or Perplexity and so forth. But how are they truly using it? Is it another search engine for them, and they just get better answers and so forth, or are they truly embracing AI to help their business? The likely answer is going to be that either we are using it as a better search engine, or no, we don't know. We are not adapting it, and we want to, right? And that one question is going to make the C levels start thinking. The follow-up question should be that, if you're not utilizing it, is this something that your business needs? The answer is going to be yes. Which business will not need AI anymore, right?
Right.
I mean, it's such a paradigm shift that this technology is going to bring to the world is very, you know, I've been in this business for last 20 plus years, and I'm not bored. And with this new technology out there, I feel like I want to go back to school and do a PhD and get my doctorate in AI. It's just exciting, right? I'm a nerd and a technocrat at heart, and want to go back and do that. But coming back to as an MSP, asking those questions are important. And once you make those clients, those C levels start thinking, that's where I say, all right, sir, all right, ma'am, we can help you, you know, embrace this technology, implement this technology, incorporate this technology within your business where you can scale easily, you'll be more efficient and productive, you'll get better reporting and so forth. I'll give you an example, Adam. We worked with a business where you talked about, hey, can you share a case study and a scenario? It was a manufacturing client. They had tons and tons of order entry that they have to do daily. And they have a staff of 2 to 3 folks that it takes 15 to 20 minutes to do order entry for them. We understood the process. We understood their, what entry they had to do, where to get the data, and so forth. And we wrote an AI agent, a custom AI agent for that client, for that business, where now all they are doing is they are reviewing those entries done by this agent, right? It is what took 15 to 20 minutes is now taking less than a minute.
Wow.
And yeah, and this is a demo that we can show, and as an MSP you can share this with your client. We can help you with that. And the most important, one of the fears, or the MSP business has been a business of MRR, right? Monthly recurring revenue. I feel that you can convert a lot of this AI agents into a monthly recurring revenue as well. Where on a monthly basis, you're charging them a fee to maintain it, to keep it running, and evolve and change it as and when needed. So I think I think MSPs are so well placed, Adam, to kind of help their clients and evolve, to offer this as a separate practice, AI as a service. I feel is they have to do it.
So let's dig into that for a minute because that's one of the things I've been thinking about as I just think about all things AI is how do we charge for it, right? Because just charging by the hour for the development work, because this is sort of development more than fixing a thing or even implementing a new service. Really, it's developing software and processes to help a company out. What do you think? Like, what do you think a pricing model or how would you advise an MSP to charge for those kinds of things? Because again, charging by the hour isn't going to yield any kind of real long lasting results for that MSP.
Excellent question. And to be honest with you, each case will be different. And depending on what you're automating, depending on, what you're implementing and assisting them. But going back to this case study we talked about, where we have automated their entire order entry. And now the way we do it is we charge for each order entry. It's still 1/10 of what it was costing the client, but it has become a recurring revenue where this agent is running, and we charge for each order entry to them on a monthly basis. So the customer, it's win-win for everyone. The
Hmm.
client is happy because, you know, not only they reduce the cost, but it is a lot more accurate now because the agent is doing it, and you're taking kind of that human error out of it, right? At the end of the day, people are still reviewing it. They are making sure that it's done correctly, but the accuracy level has gone close to 99.999%,
Hmm.
if not 100%, with this. So there again, each case will be different, And to be honest with you, everyone is trying to figure out how to charge the client. But I think having that mindset that, all right, I want to automate this process. I want to write this agent for my customer, and I want to make it a recurring revenue kind of a service. I think it's possible.
Yeah, it's almost like I've started to use the term like outcome-based pricing, right? Versus the input-based, where input is that, billed by the hour. The outcome is, okay, well, in your case, every order is worth, X number of units of money, and if we can save you 90%, maybe we get a little piece of that on the back end of every single order, and it's that ongoing license that is where the real revenue comes. And to your point, it's a win-win because you've saved them time, you've increased their accuracy often because you eliminated some of the human input of things, especially for rote daily tasks that are just kind of
Exactly.
annoying to do. It's like, let the computer do that, let the humans do the stuff that humans are better at, and then everybody wins. So thanks for that. Thanks for that little bit of a pricing dovetail, because I think it's a worthwhile conversation that I think will be going on for quite a while, because I don't think anyone's really cracked that nut yet. But I think we're heading in that direction.
Co- Correct. Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So if I think about the the MSP, right? So if I'm an MSP and I'm working with a client, and I know that they could use some AI stuff, but maybe I'm not an expert, or I'm not quite sure exactly where to lean, right? And of course, now I could use AI tools to help me tell me what I probably could or should do. But what if I'm an MSP and I'm just out of my depth? What are some of my options for getting some help with all things AI with client related issues?
Great question. And this is the question that most of the MSPs that I'm talking to, my customers are going to the conferences and all. It's like, Mick, where do we start? How do we, go to the clients? We don't have any developers to write these agents for us, and that's where we come in. Moksh Tech, MokshAI is we've been in this industry for last 20 plus years, and our AI development team is here to help you with that, where we can, you talk to the customer, the client has interest, you bring us in, either you do an analysis on their process and give it to us, and we'll write a custom agent for them, or we can, sit next to you as your partner to help identify those processes to automate those tasks that can be a agent can be written for, and so forth. So you will have to, as a MSP, use a partner, at least for now, like us, to help you help you incorporate these technologies within your customer's business.
Yeah, like I said, to kind of kick off our conversation, is that there aren't that many experts out there yet. We're all learning more and more and more, and every day, every week, every month, we're all learning more about how we can use AI tools in new and exciting ways, and the tools are getting better, and all of those things, right? So it's going to be a constant evolution. So I think it's perfectly worthwhile to reach out and ask for help, right? I think that the thought that you as an MSP, or as a typical MSP, needs to know all the things and do all the stuff right on from the jump is a little silly, right? We have, as an industry, have built the industry around, hey, reach out to us when you have computer related issues. Well, as MSPs, we should know who to reach out to help for when it comes to doing things like, using AI tools, right? If you're not an expert there yet, there are people who are a little bit further down the path, which is where Moksh AI comes into play. It's just like, well, I talk about when people are trying to deploy a new PSA, like, just pay for the help, man. Don't try and do it yourself. You're smart enough to figure it out, but really, is that the right use of your time? You might maybe just consult someone who's knows a little bit better than you and learn from them, and then maybe you don't have to call them the next time, right? There, or lean into them for all the things, because that's a thing maybe you don't really want to do. Like, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. So that's an important piece. Now, if I put myself like in an end client's shoes, right? So I'm the M. So you're the MSP. hypothetically, and you're telling me that I need to use AI in my business in some way, shape, or form. How can I, as a business owner, understand that return on the financial investment, the time investment? Like help me understand how we can like demonstrate the true value of the outcome, right? Because if we're going to charge by the outcome, how can we show that value?
Right. Great question. And I'm going to quickly, share a comment and before answering your question. And you mentioned that, hey, the MSPs were hey, if you have any issues with the computer, call us, right? That industry has evolved now. We have become this virtual CIO, that trusted advisor. The next evolution is that, hey, you have question on AI, reach out to us, right? If and that's what, that's when we'll become that managed intelligence provider and for our clients. Um, you know, Going back to your question is, as a business, how do I see, or how do I measure, uh, that what as an MSP you are helping me implement is what my return on investment is, or it's a success or not. I think it's simple, right? If going back to, I'm sticking to my case study, just it's to give an example, and I think it's easier to understand. That business, they had three resources. Those three resources, all day long they did was order entry. And now, they're able to deploy those resources to do something else, while this AI agent 24 by 7 is doing the order entry for them, right? Just to put number, if one resource was costing them, if one individual, one employee was costing them $60,000 a year, now that agent, you're spending $10,000 a year now paying to the MSP to do the same work faster, better, quicker, right? So I think the impact and the measure is going to be very objective. It's not going to be subjective. It's going to be objective. And as a business, you will see the return on investment very. To give you what we did in this case is, we did not charge them for the development. We did not charge them for the development. We did not charge them to write the agent. We started charging them once they started seeing the results. Once they saw that the agent is successfully able to implement the orders the way they wanted.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds a little bit like, you need to understand kind of what the state was before the implementation, do the implementation, do whatever that's going to look like, and then measure afterwards and validate that the thing, whatever the expectation was, is being hit. Is that a fair kind of a simplified version of it?
Exactly. You said it exactly right. We have to first measure what it's taking, do the work, and then measure afterwards to see what savings or return on investment has been. So
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for sharing your insight, Mick. This has been fantastic. I love having these conversations because as I get to talk to cool people in the industry, I get to learn some stuff too, right? So I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. Do me a favor, quick. Tell me a little bit about how people can get in touch with you, how they can reach out to you if they're an MSP that could use some help with AI stuff.
yeah. Thank you, Adam, for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you and discussing, this topic. Like I said, it's uh, like it has, um, uh, you know, I have become a student again that I was, 15, 20 years ago, and love the part of that. But talking about, what we do, and that's why we started. We have been in the MSP industry for 20 plus years. We have been supporting MSPs, over 20 years. Right now, we have 100 plus MSPs globally that we work with, and we started this MokshAI.net, right? MokshAI a year ago. They can go to our website, MokshAI.net. They can email us, info@mokshaai.net, and you know hopefully in the comment section or in the description, you can have our link to our website and phone number and so forth. But we are
Excellent.
excited. The more importantly, we are very passionate on seeing this evolution of the MSP from MSP to MIP, and we want to be part of that journey. And what gives me, my wife tells me that MSP is 24/7. You've been doing it for 20 years. Would you do something else? And I'm like, no, I love being part of the industry, and most importantly, I love helping businesses succeed, be more efficient, win. Because what excites me most, Adam, is a business leveraging a technology to be better at what they are doing.
Hmm.
And I think with MokshAI, we can do that.
I love that. I think that was one of the reasons why when we had our some of our earlier conversations, just to get to know each other a little bit, I picked up on your desire to just be a force for good in the MSP space, and just kind of because you and I seem to be kind of like love the MSP space and want to just help, right, and do what we can in the ways that we can to help the industry get bigger, better, faster, do things more efficiently, all of those things. I think that's a worthy end goal. So thank you for hopping on the call with me today, Mick, and I look forward to maybe seeing you in person at some point.
Excellent. Thank you. Absolutely, Adam. Thank you for your time.
All
Thank you.
right. So I'll go ahead and stop